You're not thinking about quitting because the job is wrong. You're thinking about quitting because pressure hit and your response crap. That's not a career problem. That's a leadership problem. And it starts in the mirror. That's right. It starts in the mirror. Here's what nobody will say out loud. Most people quit because frustration hit a threshold and they labeled it clarity. They called it a sign. They said the job wasn't a fit. They built a whole narrative around it. And some of that is true. But most of the time, it's not the job, it's the response. Frustration is not always a signal to leave. Sometimes it's a signal to lead yourself first. The problem with making decisions from an emotional state is that the emotion feels like data. It feels like truth. It isn't. It's a weathering pattern. That's right, a weather pattern. And you don't relocate because it rained for a week. Come on. Not the story, not the drama you've been rehearsing in your head. All right. On the community at home, the truth. What is the specific concrete thing that is breaking down? Name it. A person, a process, a decision that was made above your head, a lack of recognition, because until you can name the actual problem without the emotion wrapped around it, you are not making a decision. You're reacting. And reaction, dressed up as strategy, is still just reaction. And here's the filter. Can you write it in one sentence? That's right, in one sentence. If it takes you a paragraph to explain what's wrong, you haven't found the problem yet. You're still in the feeling. So get to the fact. Have you lit up? Have you asked clearly, not hinted, not complained in a group chat, not vented to your spouse at dinner? Actually ask clearly for what you need. Have you adjusted your approach? Have you taken ownership for your part? The dynamic. Because here's what I see constantly. People treat communication they've never had as evidence that communication is impossible. They haven't asked. They've assumed the answer. They've decided the door is locked without trying the handle. Not every problem is fixable. Some environments are generally broken. Some leadership above you is generally toxic. That's real. But you need to know the difference between a situation that cannot be fixed and a situation you have not yet tried to fix. Those are not the same thing. And confusing them cost you years of life. Question 3 is the one most people skip because the answer is uncomfortable. Stay with me now. Stay with me. Get a pen and a piece of paper. A new job will not fix an old response. Listen to that again. If the pattern follows you, if this is the second difficult manager, the third team that didn't value your work, the fourth environment that didn't fit, the variable worth examining might just be you. That is not an insult. That is a gift because what you own, you can fix. What belongs to everyone else, you can't. The BCE zone, blame, complain, excuses, it's the most comfortable place a person can live and the most expensive. Every time you assign the problem externally, you hand over the solution. You make yourself a passenger in your own career. And the question is not whether the people around you contributed to the problem. They probably did. The question is what your response was. Response equals attitude times behavior. Your attitude shaped how you interpreted what happened. Your behavior shaped what you did next. Both of those are yours. There is a difference between escape and execution. Escape looks like strategy, but it feels like relief. Execution looks like a plan, a specific next position, a clear reason, a direction you're moving toward, not just a situation you're moving away from. If the primary emotion driving your exit is relief, pause. Relief is not a destination. It's the absence of pressure. And the absence of pressure is not growth. Ask yourself, where am I going? Not the title, not the salary. What am I building? What is the next version of my leadership that this move makes possible? You cannot answer that. You are not executing. You are escaping. And the pressure will find you at the next stop sooner or later. 4 questions. Not to talk you out of leaving some of you need to leave, but to make sure you leave clean, not sloppy, not reactive, not from a place of fear dressed up as freedom. Do not burn the bridge. Do not quit because the week was hard. Hey, do not let a temporary emotional state make a permanent career decision for you. Run the factor. Run the factor. What exactly is frustrating you? Is it solvable? Are you the variable? And are you stepping forward or running away? Answer those honestly and then make your move. That's right, make your move. Whatever that move is, make it from a position of clarity. That is what leadership looks like. Think clear, lead hard, execute. Now, do something with it.